Hey guys, so today I'm here with the Bestop Sunrider for the Factory Hardtop in black twill, fitting all 2018 and newer JL Wranglers. So this is going to be for the JL owner who wants to very easily access that open air driving experience while still having the majority of the hardtop on their Wrangler. So having a hardtop in the winter is very beneficial, but in the summer months it can have its downfalls, and this option by Bestop is going to provide you the best of both worlds while having a soft top in the front and the majority of the very heavy hardtop still installed on the back of your Jeep. So like I said, this is going to provide you the best of both worlds with a soft top in the front taking the place of those two bulky Freedom panels, so you don't have to find a place to store them, and while you're out on the road all you have to do is flip this open for that open air driving experience instead of dealing with those Freedom panels and even the rest of your top. Now this is going to work with a 2-door and a 4-door, and it's going to provide you complete coverage. So in comparison to something like a bikini top or a mesh top that you would put on the front in place of those Freedom panels, this is going to completely seal to the sides, the back with a rear header and a front header. So you're getting all of the protection from the elements, and whenever you want to flip it open, all you have to do is unlatch 2 latches and you can easily gain that open air driving experience. So this is going to be made of a 30-ounce premium twill material, which is going to be a little bit more heavyweight than some other black diamond options. So this is going to provide you some more benefits like better insulation, better sound dampening, and it's even going to be wrinkle free while also having a very sleek look with that deep black twill material. So as far as price goes, this is going to be a little bit pricey at roughly $800, but in my personal opinion, I think that this is a very unique product. Bestop is one of the only manufacturers to come up with something like this, and it's also going to have a lot of quality in the design as well as in the material. So I think for that $800, you are really getting your money's worth for something that gives you the best of both worlds. So in comparison to other choices for soft top accessories or even soft tops, like I said, this is going to provide you the best of both worlds. You get full coverage in the front, so you can have this on all year round instead of completely removing the whole hard top and installing a whole soft top and switching between months. Like I said again, you are getting the best of both worlds. Now, there are a couple of different options as far as the JL goes. There is this, which is going to be your more premium choice with those extra bells and whistles within that material. And then there's going to be your more cost-effective choice, which is going to be for that standard black diamond material. So if you're looking for those extra bells and whistles, if you're really looking to invest in something like this that's going to last a very long time and just have a little bit more in the design, then this is going to be a perfect option to take a look into. So install is going to be a very easy 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. You're only going to need 1 tool to get the job done and probably about 30 minutes worth of your time. So speaking of the install, let's jump into that now. The tools that I used for this install were an impact wrench and a T40 torque socket. So first things first, we have to take off our T-tops. It's going to be 2 latches in the front and then a series of latches around the sides, and then we can put them to the side so we can install our Sunrider. So you just want to pull down on your sun visors, and we can pull our latches back, and then each of the individual latches we can just unlatch on the sides as well as the front. And then we can unlatch the ones in the rear and take off our driver's side first. So driver's side always goes first because of that seal on the passenger side. And we can take off our passenger. So once the T-tops are off, your first step is to install your door surrounds, and we're going to secure them with the long fastener up at the top. So you want to make sure that this sits flush with both of your seals, and the top of the door surround, there's going to be a little insert that goes in your sports bar, and we can take our T40 long bolt and send that up through the sports bar. And that'll thread into the top. And then once that's threaded in, we can tighten that down with the T40 Torx. Then we're going to repeat that process on the other side. So what I did, I grabbed our deck and I put it on top of our hardtop, but now I'm going to go ahead and position it down where it needs to sit. So this does need to seat underneath our door surround, so you can just kind of pull the door surround out and it will seat in place. So our next step is to attach our Z-clip. This is gonna go in a small hole on the back of the door surround, and this is gonna provide you a cable assist. So when you open your Sunrider, it's gonna be very easy to open since you will have an assist there. All right, then we can do the same thing on the other side. So our next step is to secure our Sunrider down to our door rail and then our Sunrider down to our sports bar. So you're gonna need a T40 Torx for this and the rest of your hardware in the kit. So we're gonna start with securing the Sunrider down to our door rail. You're gonna need the small Torx head screws or Torx head bolts, and we are going to secure them down in the bottom of our door surround, and they'll thread into the bottom of that Sunrider deck. And we can tighten them down with the T40 Torx. So our next step is to place our nut in this hexagonal cup right here up on the deck of our Sunrider. And then we can take our longer bolt and our bezel with the bolt head inside of the bezel and stick that up through the sports bar and secure it down into that nut. So now that that's captured, what we can do is tighten it down on the other side with that T40 Torx. So making sure that nut is in that captured cup, what I'm gonna do is tighten this down with the T40 Torx. Then we can repeat that process on the other side. So our next step is to install our clamp, making sure the Bestop B is facing up. And these two tabs are gonna go underneath our hardtop tie down. So these two metal pieces, you wanna make sure that these channels slide into those and that these two holes are lined up with the spring clips on our Sunrider deck. Now you may have to kind of clamp your Sunrider deck down a little bit just to get these to line up, because this top C or this top clamp is supposed to go over that deck. Then once that's there, you can kind of clamp that down and push it forward, and this is gonna keep it secured down on the back very tight and make sure that there's no leaking. Now once that's on there, we're gonna take the two T40 Torx bolts and secure that down into those spring clips. Then we can tighten it down with a T40 Torx. So that's gonna be it for securing the actual Sunrider down. Now, if you wanna keep it open and go for a drive with that open air driving experience and you don't want this to flap around or move around on you, you do have optional tie downs, and this is just going to secure these arms down. So all you have to do is loop this through and Velcro it down, and they should stay in place. So whenever you want to close your Sunrider, all you have to do is reach back, grab the header, flip it forward, and pull it down, and we can latch up the front. So when you first install this, the fabric may be a little tense if you are in a colder climate. We're in an air-conditioned room right now, so it is gonna be a little tight, but all you have to do is just pull down on that header so the latch can pull down, hook onto the clamp on your windshield, and we can pull this back. We can do the same thing on the other side. So all you have to do is pull down this Bestop lat, push the little hook forward so it hooks onto your windshield, and then you can push the latch up and you're all set to go. So that's gonna wrap it up for my review and install. Make sure you like and subscribe, and for more videos and products like this, always keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.